It is 37 degrees in Bamako, and with the hot weather comes the challenges of everyday living. Many Malians are out managing their lives in a crippling economy, where war in the north and political instability has made living more difficult. One man is even finding life more difficult after having his right hand chopped off by Islamist fighters for helping ship guns left by fleeing Malian troops in Gao back to Bamako. Living in squalor, Suleiman Traore feels abandoned when he needs help the most. By taking the guns out of Gao so that the rebels won't use them, we did it for the government and Malians. So the government has to think about us. We don't need to beg government any money considering our condition. We need housing. We live in dangerous places on Bamako streets and motor parks. We need help for helping the country. We need accommodation, not money or cars. Selling petrol and cigarettes to eke out a living at Sogoniko Motor Park. Like other internally displaced persons, Traore says Malians want the war to end quickly. He says poverty is killing more people than bullets. I will never go back to Gao even if there is paradise there. The cutting off my hand by Islamists remains a bad memory for all my life. If government can help me with house here, it is good. But even if nothing is done for me, I would prefer to die here in Bamako than go back to poverty and insecurity in Gao.
Despite obtaining its independence at this square in 1960, Mali continues to depend on France, its colonial power, and many West African and Western nations for food, financial and military aid.
Another man who has fled fighting in the north has successfully set up a restaurant business in the capital city. Like other Malians, he is grateful to France, Nigeria and other African nations for chasing out the Islamists. If these terrorists were not curtailed, they would have infiltrated more countries like Nigeria and Cameroon through Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda. It was good that the French came very fast, because if they didn't, Mali would have been divided by now. Those bad people are not Muslims. They only use Islam to cause trouble. We thank France, Nigeria, ECOWAS and other Africans. Many Malians say revenue from the country's gold and uranium resources hardly trickles down. But as Mali prepares for presidential elections on July 7, there are hopes for stable governance.
Like this statue dedicated to the departed loved ones in several uprisings in Mali, many Malian women and children continue to wail for the country. There's a loss of confidence in governance here, and rebels are tearing the country apart. But many Malians are only hoping that there will be a restoration of good governance so that the country can pick up its activities and make sure that the poverty index in this country is reduced to the barest minimum. Somna Sambo, TVC News, Bamako, Mali.